What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants and old hate. So, I want to do this video because I want to address, again, lies that people tell. And the camouflage that people try to use is to say that, oh, you're a fan of this fighter. That's why you're saying that. Okay, so let me enlighten the idiots. Let me enlighten the idiots and let me enlighten those who may not be aware. Okay, first off, Aries is not a fan of anybody's. Okay, I appreciate and I respect. I'm nobody's fan. Okay, I've learned even in life and personally that a lot of people that you see on a TV camera who you think are cool people based on what you see when the cameras are on, you meet them in real life and might end up punching them in the face. Right? So at the end of the day, you don't I don't know these people. I'm not a fan of anyone's. Now, if you hear me say I like the way AJ carries himself, yeah, he's a respectable guy. He doesn't call your name and then go fight somebody else. He's not a trash talker. He just knows what he can do. He's confident in himself. And I remember a time when he was speaking when he didn't sound so confident. And like my thing was, it's not good to let your opponents feel like you have weaknesses. And especially in a situation where things didn't go your way and you don't sound like you're sure of yourself. Now that came out of AJ's mouth when he said sometime like, you may be in a situation you question, are you good enough to be here? Do you belong here? This is him reflecting on himself as far as his thoughts. This isn't him bashing other people and calling other people names out and lying about I want to fight you and then go fight someone else. Now, because of fanboys, this is what you're going to get in terms of conversation and information of who did what. If you're a Wilder fanboy, everybody else is full of shit and scared of Wilder. If you're a Fury fanboy, okay, everybody's scared of Fury, and Fury's the best fighter. If you're an AJ fanboy, same thing. Everybody, oh, AJ's better. But here's the reality, okay? Take the fanboy bullshit aside and let's look at the facts and the reality, okay? None of you can sit here and tell me what my two ears heard and what I've seen with my own two eyes. Okay, the difference with you guys, you are fans and I'm not. And you're not just fans, you're fanboys and fangirls. That's what you are, and that's the difference. I personally don't have any emotional attachment to these fighters. You guys do. So this is one of the reasons why you act as if when we spill the beans on, Deontay Wilder, you guys act like we're cursing out your husband or something. And I'm talking to the men. We say something about Tyson Fury. Yeah, we're talking. We just disrespected your boyfriend or your husband. This is the way you guys act. No one can give their opinion. In fact, forget opinions. No one can state the facts. I've had people, question my integrity. No, you're not really questioning my integrity. What you're doing is you're lying, and you're mad and upset because I don't believe you. And on top of that, I go and show the proof of your heroes saying what I told you they said, but then oh no, he never said that. Oh, I don't remember that. And then when you do, it's like oh well, that's because I think it no, and it's like no need to go to these extremes with these little kids because that's what they are. Because grown adults don't carry themselves that way. Grown up, mature. I'm not talking about the number in your age. I'm talking about grown up in here. Okay, in here, and you don't see and hear a lot of that. When you're dealing with fanboys, you're not going to hear it. Now, I've had some people make extremely stupid comments and lies on different videos, and what makes me laugh about it is the facts and the proof is right here in your face, but you choose to not want to see or hear the truth. It's just like if you guys have ever had a conversation with someone about the Bible, and you can quote you can recite a direct quote from the Bible. They'll tell you that that's not in there. I've never seen that. Okay, give me your Bible. That's the Bible you use. Okay. And then when you show them that passage, they have that dumb Scooby Doo look on their face. You know, mm, I've never seen it before. Yeah, you've been going to church all your life and you never knew that was in there, huh? Right. So when I say you're basically just someone who follows orders and you're taught and programmed to think and see something a certain way, that proves it right. I mean, that's part of the proof right there. Because for you to study and research and do things on your own and even question things, well, wait, if this happened, how could this have happened? Wait, something doesn't add up, right? No, you're taught never to feel like that. You have to believe. Okay, put have to in parentheses. You have to believe. And this is exactly what you have with all this idol worshiping. I'm not a fan of anyone's. Okay, certain fighters you like more than others, but that's about it. Now, here's what I'm going to ask. Okay, first off, Anthony Joshua has less pro fights than Wilder and than Fury. Okay, they both turned pro before Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua didn't win a silver medal or bronze. He won a gold medal. Now, first off, let's start with Deontay Wilder winning his WBC championship from Bermane Stiverne. Anthony Joshua was, I don't even think he was at the 10 fight mark at that point, or however it went, or maybe he was, or maybe just however it went. Anthony Joshua, when he wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, and it got to the point where Wilder just like I said, he says one thing, then he says something else. He says he's going to fight him, then he says he's not going to fight him. When he decided to try to, when he has this thing, I want to try to make Anthony Joshua look bad, and he's talking to his minions because they're the ones who believe the shit that he says. But when he's saying things like, okay, Anthony, what Wilder would do is he wait till AJ has a fight coming up. That's when all of a sudden he wants to fight. Oh, Deontay Wilder says AJ is next, and leave it up to your boy Blue Blood and all these guys to sit there and say things about who's going to do what. Here's what happens, and this has been a pattern of him and Fury. When AJ has a fight and they know he has a fight, all of a sudden now they want to fight him and they want to let the world know they want to fight him. Okay, well, when AJ was asked about the comments and certain things that was said, like he said, and they asked him about fighting Wilder, he said, it's not a Wilder thing, it's not a Fury thing. He said, what I do, whoever they put in front of me, that's who I fight. He said, I want both of those fights. I want both of those fights. But it's not a Wilder thing or Fury thing. No, it's whoever hold the title, that's who I want. And what he was basically saying in that as well is, it's not so much Wilder's so great that he's a great competitor. Fury can fight, but it's not so much, he doesn't even like Fury's style. I don't like Fury's style, okay? But Fury can fight. He's like he's saying, in other words, if it was Dillian White holding the WBC, then that's who I want. If it was, Andy Ruiz holding, whatever other time, whoever, I want to unify. That's bottom line. So he was never trying to get out of a fight with them. At what point? And the funny thing is, not one time can anybody give you details of what happened and what said. No. You sitting up here repeating what a channel tells you. What on top of that, a fanboy channel. But they'll tell you, remember that time when he was supposed to... No, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Here's the deal with this. Wilder says that it's an excuse. It doesn't matter who Eddie Hearn chooses for him to fight. At the end of the day, he's the boss. They work for the fighter, right? That was Wilder's word. So if he really wanted that fight, right? It ain't about what Eddie Hearn say, right? That's what he said. Okay. So how come, like I said before, how come Shelly Finkel, when they asked Wilder about fighting Klitschko, jumped in cut Wilder off like, you shut your black ass up. He just jumped in and cut him off. All right? We're not gonna put Wilder in there and the likes of a Vitaly Klitschko. Wilder's still a baby. This man was like 30-0, 30 to 31-0, something like that at that point. So why didn't he jump in there? Why didn't he? Nah, hold up. At the end of the day, you work for me. I want the fight with Klitschko. Did he do that? No. So Tyson Fury, who bragged about how, Anthony Joshua put it on me in sparring, admitted that shit, right? All of a sudden starts talking about AJ Stiff, he's a bum, yada yada. Talked about how easy of a time he had with Klitschko and said Anthony Joshua struggled with him and all this shit. And I'm like, here's the deal, right? Fighters have bad nights. Shit happens. A lot of times fighters fight with injuries. They got legit reasons as to why they couldn't perform the way they would if they was 100%. Shit does happen. Okay, the thing in that is when guys win, you don't hear nothing about their injuries. But when they lose, it was because of their injury. So it's like, all right, just keep the same energy. You lost. Fuck it. Let it go. Okay. My question is this. Y'all have all this to say about AJ after he becomes champion. Right? What in the fuck was Deontay Wilder doing and Tyson Fury doing while AJ was out here collecting belts one at a time? What were they doing? One, and Deontay Wilder was walking around here fighting a bunch of meatballs, fighting nobodies, defending his title, his WBC title against guys that was ranked 400 plus in the world, 300 something plus in the world. These are facts. And I went and posted that shit, pulled up his resume, posted all that shit in the prior video, previous video. So you guys know. And it's like this guy was the WBC champion. And once I pulled that up and y'all saw it, you know what the excuses was? But you got to understand, Wilder, he didn't have a long... I don't want to hear that shit. And if the fact is that AJ actually ducked him, you wouldn't have to resort to making these excuses for him. You'd be able to, same way I pulled up information, you'd be able to pull up the facts that AJ ducked him. Now, how does somebody offer you $12 million? You call it a lowball offer in turn and decline. They offer you $15 million. That's still not enough. No, I'm not fighting them for any amount of money, right? How is that considered a duck, right? On AJ's behalf. Oh, he purposely offered him a low amount of money because he knew that Deontay was going to say no. And that's why. Wait. I expect somebody who makes far less than that to say no. So I'm going to make them an offer, not once, but twice, 3 times the DAZN offer for $120 million, and they decline. Okay. And what y'all consider a duck is saying that he turned down $50 million. No. I explained that in the last video. He didn't turn down $50 million. He turned down the bullshit shenanigans that y'all claim surrounding this $50 million. That's what he turned down. Okay. At the end of the day, though, why didn't Deontay Wilder unify? Why didn't he fight Charles Martin? Huh? No, why didn't he go out there and fight Joseph Parker and take his? But why? Why didn't he do that? Why was he fighting guys like Gerald Washington? And if what you're saying is he's fighting guys like Gerald Washington, Hellenius, not Hellenius, but I know who I'm trying to say, but he's fighting guys on that level and lower. If he's fighting guys like Gerald Washington, Molina, then what makes you think he'll beat Anthony Joshua fighting those level of opposition? And even for Fury, right? Fury, on the other hand, is running around out here, bloated, overweight, doing drugs, wanting to commit suicide. Yet Anthony Joshua is out here collecting titles, trying to make fights happen. Yet, AJ don't want no big fights. AJ's full of shit. Okay, fuck you and your claims. Show the proof that AJ ducked any of them. Do you guys understand? You saying what you think or what you want people to believe out of your hatred, or because some fanboy channel decide to tell you some bullshit and you believe it, even like with the Chris Colbert situation. I played the video. Chris Colbert repeated the same shit in a video afterwards, addressing the fact that Wilder and them had an issue. What he said, I'm not here to dick ride nobody. I don't think he can beat Fury, plain and simple. I said what I said. Like, bottom line, he didn't take nothing back. Yet, when I say, why in the hell would somebody have a video taken down because they're worried about backlash, just to go on a second video and repeat the same thing? That makes a whole lot of sense, right? See how you guys get so quiet and walk away and shut the fuck up when we bring proof of what was said and what wasn't said? But Blue Blood sat there and put on his video, Chris Colbert admits it was him, not Wilder, that wanted the video taken down. Not even in that same video did he show you any proof of Chris Colbert saying shit. But because Blue Blood says it, that no, you guys are just completely stupid. You're morons. You're jackasses. You're assholes. You guys are a complete idiotic fools. That the fact that a guy who we know repeatedly lies and make up stories, you just keep falling for this shit. You know why? You guys are all just alike. So what was these two guys doing? And I'm using these three because these are the big three in boxing, right? In heavyweights. So what was Fury and Wilder doing while AJ was out here collecting belts? He doesn't know. He doesn't want to fight these guys. Yet you can't see not one time somebody sent a term sheet or a contract to Anthony Joshua. And he's, oh, no, we're not interested in fighting for $50 million. No, there was no term sheet. There was no contract. It was just verbally. We're offering you $50 million. You have by the end of the night to say yes or no fight. That goes to show you they didn't want to fight. That's why, like show me another time in history where any fucking fighter said to another, you got to the end of the night. And that's the way negotiations are done. No, that's bullshit. So my thing is, Tyson Fury has never defended his title. And now he has COVID, supposedly, right? So the fight's off. The funny thing is, before Fury kicked Wilder's ass, all of you Wilder lovers was loving Fury too, giving him all this credit. Now it's so funny how now all of a sudden, all right, fights 1 and 2. Remember, Fury could do no wrong. He was just basically, the second best heavyweight. Other than that, Fury was that. He was that dude. Him and Wilder, the two best. So all of a sudden, all in one night, you guys have years of information that you just can't prove on Tyson Fury. Fury is the biggest scumbag piece of shit in the world. All because of what went down between him and Wilder. But all before that, y'all had nothing bad to say about Fury. Fury, who sits here and talks about how Wilder and him are the two best heavyweights in the world. Oh, fighting Wilder is a bigger fight than fighting Anthony Joshua. So here you are, the WBC champion with your one belt. And you're going to try to convince us that fighting for Undisputed is not as big as you fighting a guy who nobody fucking really knows anyway. You motherfuckers ain't selling no tickets. That's the reason. I don't give a shit about him having COVID or whatever. Like, as far as, like, that's to be an excuse or whatever. The reason, if it really is legit, I really don't even care. If anything, you wish the guy, that he gets well. But other than that, as far as, like, I don't have any belief in Fury or Wilder. Because if you look at their careers, all this talking they're doing, all of this talking, but if you look at them, as of late, we can look at, okay, yeah, we know Fury fought Chisora, he fought Klitschko, okay, but since then, and Wilder, but what's going on? Who else are they fighting that's in the what other elite fighter are they getting in the ring with now? No, there's nothing going on. He's sitting here talking about Anthony Joshua struggled against Klitschko and I beat him easy. Bro, we watched you sit there and struggle. What's the guy's name that had you cut your eye up, bust your face, bust your eye up? And a whole lot of people, if not most thought you lost the fight. You know what I'm talking about. I always forget the guy's name. But Otto Ali. You struggle with Ali. Who's better, Klitschko or Otto Ali? For the record, anybody with two good eyes know Klitschko came to fight Anthony Joshua. He was motivated. He was ready. Looked far better than he did in that fight against Fury. What's Fury's excuse for struggling with Otto Ali? What's his excuse? You know, it took Deontay Wilder a lot longer. They talk about how even while he knocked out Dominic Brazil in one round. Good, he should have. But look how fast, AJ disposed of Molina. Took you all night to finally get him out of there. And he was giving you some work too. So all of this, I fought him, I did this. No. What I'm saying, why is it when it comes to AJ? Here's the thing, you don't hear AJ talking these guys' names. All AJ tell y'all is, I want to fight. We've already reached out. I can't make a guy fight that don't want to fight. These guys, these two guys, are always calling AJ's name. Yet, somehow, they don't fight AJ. So when you're saying AJ's ducking, what did he do to duck who? When did he duck Wilder? What, by making him offers? And Wilder coming out his face saying, I ain't fighting AJ for no amount of money. So don't look for the fight. That's AJ ducking? Is him ducking Fury because he told Fury when he came back, Fury, there was no fight offered. People was asking him about fighting Fury. Fury didn't want to fight AJ. First fight back, are you stupid? Second fight, no. He had 2 fights, and then he's so confident that he could beat Wilder. Because we know Wilder's a one-trick pony, so what did he do? Yeah, he wanted Wilder, not AJ. He wanted Wilder. You want to believe that bullshit about, we're the 2 best heavyweight bullshit. First off, you already kicked the shit out of him twice, right? So why would you even care about a 3rd fight with him? This was planned all along. But when he decided that he wanted to go a different route, see, here's the thing what you guys don't understand. If Tyson Fury truly wanted to fight AJ, his energy would have been completely different. But you don't think that he would have did everything in his power to make sure that this fight would happen and nothing would interrupt it? It would have been better for him to say, listen, I'm going through this case right now with Deontay Wilder. I don't want something to happen to interrupt the fight. Don't give me that bullshit about, but he thought this for no. He's the one in the case, so he knows what's being said. He knows what the judge is ruling, what decisions are being made. Are you that stupid? Now, Eddie Hearn and AJ on the outside don't know what's going on. He only know what Bob Arum says or what Tyson Fury says or whatever. That's what they have to go by. That's what they're going by, okay? It would have been more respectable for him to just say, I don't want the fight to be interrupted. I don't want to start training for Undisputed for any fight. But I don't want to start, training for Undisputed just to, wind up having the fight not take place. So after this hearing, or whatever the decision the judge makes, if I'm able to fight for Undisputed, fine. If I gotta beat Deontay's ass one more time, that's fine too. After I get Deontay out the way, me and AJ will get it in. Isn't that a lot more respectable? Because you understand, well, he can't fight AJ right now. So he couldn't be honest and just say that shit. What is he? He ain't want to admit. Admit what? There's a hearing going on. We have heard nothing but bullshit from people who's not even fucking there. Blue Blood don't fucking know what the hell was said. Dante's boxing, on Boxing Nation, they don't know what the hell went on in that arbitration case. All these assumptions. But that would have been more respectable. Meanwhile, all AJ's doing is training. And his comments is pretty much more based on the lack of interest that Fury's showing. Same energy, my point in what I'm saying, that he had as far as not showing nothing, no interest in the fight. Look at what just happened with him and Wilder. So at what point did AJ duck Fury? He told him, man, listen, get back on your feet, get 100%. Get back in the swing of things. I don't want to beat somebody that, oh, I don't want no excuses when I beat you. Plain and simple. That's what you call a duck. You can't find any footage, any audio, any nothing of Anthony Joshua telling Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury he doesn't want to fight them. The only thing that you can do is what you've been doing. Going to these fangirls channels, jumping up there listening to what they say and repeating it because you want it to be true. Show any of us. You ain't showing me shit. I do my homework on this shit because this is what I do. Just like the asshole that I just made look stupid the other day with the Chris Colbert situation. Oh, gotta do your homework, bro. Know what I'm saying? See, it wasn't even Wilder. It was Chris Colbert. Yeah, you went to the school of blue blood. That's what you went to the school of Blue Blood University, right? We teach you how to lie top notch. You guys are repeating what someone says. I'm repeating what came out of Chris's mouth and Nestor Gibbs' mouth. The two parties that was involved. And then even I saw a video where Wilder said he wasn't even aware of what was going on with Chris Colbert, right? And then you see Malik Scott being interviewed, and he brought up Chris Colbert, all that nonsense. The guy, what's the guy with the kid with the pink hair? Oh, he's bringing that up, right? I know you guys seem to think that Deontay Wilder trains and then go to his fucking Zen room, cross his fucking legs, and just sit in that position the whole night until it's time to get up and train again. That's what you guys seem to think. You don't think Deontay Wilder's aware of what people are saying. Of course he's aware. Who the hell do you think he's referencing when he says people all on social media saying this and that? So how would he know if he's not watching? And even for somebody to come and tell him, he's still aware. That's the whole point. But yet you guys are defending grown-ass men out of fanboyism. Out of fanboyism. You're defending grown-ass men getting upset, getting feelings because someone says something that you don't like about these guys. Who cares what you feel, man? Check this out. I'm going to give you guys a couple of true stories. And I want to tie this into the mentality of these people that's watching this shit. There was two guys arguing, okay? Arguing, big time. I came at the end of the shit. I didn't even know what was going on. I was driving, and I happened to, know who the neighbors are. And I'm driving. I see the police cars out there. I see the yellow tape, all this shit. Like, what the fuck? So I know something happened. Yellow tape, okay. See all these people outside. Come to find out, two so-called, listen to me, two so-called best friends and two cousins are sitting in the basement arguing over Tupac and Biggie. Two grown-ass men, even if Biggie and Pac were still alive. I mean, yep, but I mean, you're arguing, it wouldn't make it any better if they were still alive. But you're arguing over two dead grown-ass men. Why do you care if this guy think Biggie was better than Pac? If you think Pac was better than Biggie, why do you even care? And these dudes are arguing, and one thing led to another. And to my understanding, that they were playing video games while they were doing it. And one guy says to the other, "That's why you playing that whack ass Xbox, bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here. Get a fucking PS5, bitch ass nigga. Playing that and that shit. Fuck you talk about, nigga. Pac will smoke that nigga. Nigga, Pac was here. You won't say that shit. Pac will fuck your bitch ass up." You dudes are supposed to be tight like that. Yet, you pledge to a motherfucker. You bow and worship a motherfucker. Ain't no way in fuck I'm willing to go and put hands or hurt somebody or get an attitude with somebody because they don't like a song or a singer or whatever. Same way with music. I'm with boxing. I don't have no favorite rapper, favorite singer. It's just songs that I like, and that's about it. It's simple. And you get to the point where you idol worship these motherfuckers. That you let somebody actually, your ignorance supersedes your ability to think logical, to think, wait, this is my man right here. It's my homie. This is my family. This is my best friend. It's my brother right here. And I'm gonna sit here and tell him if he was face to face with Pac. Listen at what you said. You told your so-called best friend and the two cousins are. You told them if Pac was here, he'd slap you fuck your bitch ass up. Told him he a bitch slapper. He's a bitch ass nigga and all that. So in other words, if that was the case, you stand back and like you'd be okay with somebody putting hands on your best friend. So Pac is not here, Biggie's not here, and even if they was, they don't know yo. You're not friends with either one of them. And you're sitting up here arguing, angry with your best friend over another man. Another story, similar situation, where somebody came to me, you heard what happened to such and such? Nah, yo, man, yo, they was outside. Everything was cool though. They was playing CeeLo, they chilling, yada yada yada. One dude, he got mad because motherfucker that all right, you know that song that Cardi B made, blah blah blah. I'm like, nah. All right, well, yo, all right, so they had a birthday party and shit, right? So they playing this and this and this, and such came on, and yo, these niggas is arguing. They outside playing CeeLo at the birthday party, and the niggas like, yo, this nigga playing such and such, man, this and that, yada yada. And nigga was like, nah, he should have played Nicki Minaj. What? Nicki Minaj? Nah, you crazy. Nicki Minaj ain't fucking with Cardi B and yada yada yada. And then somehow Pop Smoke name comes into it, and they're arguing over Pop Smoke versus some other dude. Don't remember who it was, but they're arguing over him. And the dude was like, you see what happened to Pop Smoke? And this motherfucker, say that shit again, nigga. Fuck you, trouble, nigga. I'm like, these are two blood brothers. You shot your brother? You shot your brother over another man? Your brother ain't flip out, lose his mind, start attacking you, and you shot him to defend you. No. You shot your brother because he said Pop Smoke ain't shit. He can't rap. Such and such will burn Pop Smoke, and that's what came out of this shit. So you killed your brother. You literally killed your brother, shot your brother over Pop Smoke. This is the mentality. This is the mentality that I'm talking about. These are the people that make channels and get on here and want to argue you into believing what they want you to believe. These are the dudes that sit up here and claim they tough guys and all they do is smoke, get drunk, ain't in shape worth of shit, but talk like they some big tough guys and they ain't shit, none of them. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, yeah, these are casuals that dick ride certain people so much that they don't realize they're casuals because they have a million videos dick riding Deontay Wilder. They don't realize they're casual. Any fighter for that matter, but no. I don't see no fighter, no other fighter, where somebody is really going for that fighter, going hard for them like they do Deontay. But regardless, if you're a Tyson Fury fan, okay, and I tell you I don't like the head games he play, don't come telling me nothing about, oh man, but that's just Tyson. Well, if you like that and you accept that, that's your business. I come on this channel and I'm talking boxing news and I'm telling you what I don't like about certain situations and what fighters are doing, why I don't ride with them. Because if you want to fight, fight. I tell anybody that if you want to fight me, don't be indirect. Say my fucking name. Come to me. And I'll bust you up real fucking good and send you on your motherfucking way. Not you telling somebody what you'll do to me behind my back. No. When you see me, that same energy you got to go. But no, don't duck your head and act like you don't see me or come talking about how we just create content. Man, I don't be meaning that shit. And no. If you want to talk tough and make threats, make them directly to me. So this is my point. When you guys are sitting up here getting mad because somebody is telling you what they feel, if you think, I don't care what fighters that I like as fighters, if you think that they're all trash, garbage, do you think I give a shit? Do you think that that does not touch me because you like the same fighter as a fighter that I like or dislike the same fighters that I really don't mess with? It doesn't matter to me. You guys are the fans, not Aries. You guys are the ones running around up here, putting fucking Deontay Wilder on your screensaver on your phone. I don't do none of that shit. Only man I'm putting on my phone as a screensaver is me. The most I'm going to do is like maybe my family or something. I don't even really do that. Fuck, I like walking around Anthony Joshua's face on my phone. Fuck, I like wearing a shirt with Anthony Joshua on it. These are characters. These are not real people. I don't, no disrespect. Listen, for anybody who does that shit, that's on you. But understand my point. I'm telling you, there's a difference between me and you, which is why you guys can't see what I see. You don't see things the way I see it because you are fans. You want to take pictures with these people. You want autographs with them. I don't. You see them and, oh my God, hey, I'd walk right past them. They're just people, man. They're human beings just like us. We talk about give this person his flowers. Give that person their flowers. You probably don't fucking go out your way to give your mother her flowers, to give your father his flowers, for being good parents, for raising you right, keeping you out of trouble, doing the best thing that they could to raise you, to help to make you be the best person you can be. You ain't talking about giving your grandmother her flowers. Whoever was there in your life showing you love and support. Nah. No, you worried about giving fighters their flowers and man, at the end of the day, we all here and then we all gone. One fucking day, this channel won't even it won't be nothing. Areas will be gone, however long that takes or whatever. We all live, we die. Give this person their flowers. I understand what that means. Yeah. My point is this though, right? I say this in life in general. Why does it take somebody to die for us to all of a sudden we miss them and know so much about them? But all that, give this person their flowers. Hey, listen, man, you had a great career. You did what you did. You cemented your legacy. Time to move on. Time to move on. I don't idol worship. I don't worship anyone, anything. I don't believe in that bullshit. I don't do that shit. So you talking to the wrong one, all this arguing and fighting over who's this and this. We can all have difference of opinions. Like I said, I can tell you who I think will be who in a fight. It's just my opinion. Now, when that fight happens and it comes into fruition that, the guy that you said was going to win won, right? Guess what? So what? So what? I'm glad for him. Salute both fighters, and the better man won. That's it. Anthony Joshua is the heavyweight that I like more. I push more for him than any other heavyweight. And I barely make any videos about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua doesn't really say much. And I'd rather it stay that way than every time I say something about Anthony Joshua because he's opening his mouth acting like a bitch like a lot of other fighters do. You understand what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua doesn't do the shit that these guys are doing. He's not running around here calling people names knowing he's not fighting them. And he's the one that will tell you, if he says, I don't believe in calling the fighter's name unless we go to fight. Oh, he's scared. He's scared. If he was calling the motherfucking name, see, he talking shit, he capping. He don't want to fight. I realize though, and I said it about Wilder, but it's not just Wilder. People in general are just immature, man. All this hating, capping bullshit, like this, you guys really need to grow the fuck up, man. My thing is, and this is not a, hey, let's praise and salute Anthony Joshua. I salute anybody for standing up. I made a video about Anthony Joshua last year where I've given him his props as a champ because it's like this as a fighter, man. This dude does things in a way more dignified and down to earth. Oh man, that motherfucker was a criminal. Ass dealing what? Listen, motherfucker, you got a whole lot of people. You probably got people in your family that was criminals. I'm not digging into these people's past. You never heard me once say nothing about what Deontay did back in the day or Tyson Fury did back in the day or Aerosmith. Nobody. That's not my fucking concern. I don't care what they did in the past. Every one of us has something that we did in the past that somebody will try to hold over your head if they feel it's big enough to try to harm you. Right now, somebody can know something about you to try to hold over your head to harm you. Look, let me give you all another quick story. I'm not going to give this person's name because I'm not trying to embarrass the person, and I'm not trying to give that particular video any actual light. But there's a guy right here on YouTube who basically was on somebody else's platform, and he was calling some other guy faggot. Okay, basically, he's a fucking faggot ass motherfucker. That nigga's a fag, man. He's a fag, nigga. That nigga's a fag. And then basically, what happened was somebody challenged him and said, how you gonna call that dude a fag? Like you ain't a fag. What you mean? What you talking about? What you mean? Motherfucker, you sat here on such and such show and said they had, I guess, a guy that looks like a woman. And one of them LGB, whatever you call them alphabets. So anyway, so what happened was the guy was showing him the video of the person. I remember I couldn't see. I just hear the high heels walking. So I guess the way it seemed was like the person was like modeling for the camera, like they was somewhere in the person like, oh, turn around, nice, nice, okay, yeah, you looking good or whatever. So the guy watching was like, yo, she can get it, yo, damn, mommy thick, she got a fatty, god damn, look at that, yo, that ass is right, son. You know, hump day on a Monday, my nigga, right, whatever. And basically, the dude was like, yo, you know that's really a man, right? Get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, I swear to God on my mom, yo, that's a man, bro. The dude says, shit, looking like that, nigga, he can still get it. I don't give a fuck. God damn, that motherfucker fine. Now, you say somebody else is a faggot. But then, you. Now, understand, when somebody says you're a faggot, what they're calling you is gay. Let's make this clear. They're saying that you're gay. For whatever the reason that they're saying it, they're saying you're gay. You just sat there and lusted after something that you thought was a woman. Well, even when the guy brought to your attention, you know that's really a man, right? Your words was, yo, I don't fuck that. I don't give a fuck looking like that nigga. He could shit. That nigga could still get it. Fuck that. So even it's a man, even though it's a man, and you realize no matter if you in front of him, if you behind him, next to him, side, top, something gonna be swinging and hanging, right? And you still would give it to him. That came out of your mouth. Then you denied that you said it. You denied that you said it. Dude goes in his phone, whatever, pulls it up and show you sitting there saying that shit, and he was like, no, yo, nigga, you capping, my nigga, no, nigga, yo, he got mad, cut himself off the line. Niggas trying to play me the fuck out, nigga. I ain't say nothing like that, nigga. I'm straight, nigga. I'll fuck bitches, nigga. You arguing and getting mad and saying all this shit like that's not you. Okay, you fuck bitches, but you fuck niggas too. Cause look at what you said, it, nigga. You just said he can still get it. That came out of his mouth. Now, here's the crazy thing. He has a ton of people trying to make excuses for him within that same video. You had a lot of people clown him, but you had, yo, so what if he is, or if he did say it, so what? You know, he probably was overwhelmed by the moment, like, you know, all these excuses. Motherfucker, it's as simple as this. We don't give a fuck about the sentiments and all that. All we know is that motherfucker was acknowledged, okay? That he was brought to speed, okay? And he acknowledged that this was actually a word, this is a dude, and said he could still get it. Fucking ass like that, shit, that nigga, I still get that motherfucker, my nigga. Hump day on a Monday. Y'all know hump day is Wednesday. So I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. What is it to defend? Now, if you're sitting up here, you can't defend him and say, so what if he's attracted to men? Ain't no, you know, gay people got the right to be gay. Dude, he's saying somebody else is a faggot. I don't fuck with faggot niggas. So in other words, you're gay. I don't deal with gay people. But you sitting here talking about, even though you find out that this is a man, you still would give it to him. But my point is his minions running to his little defense to try to say, hey, man, this dude, don't making excuses. No, bro, you said this shit. You said you never said it. And then the dude pulls up the video. No different from what I do right here on this channel. When you tell me somebody didn't say something and I go and pull it up, first of all, what do you think that I'm repeating? If I am telling you something, like I said, I wasn't sure about the situation with Fury and Wilder as far as the fight being postponed. I haven't gotten any real official word. It's just rumor right now. Some stupid motherfucker comes on and goes, well, why spread a rumor if you ain't sure about it? You stupid, dumb fucking bastard. If I said, yo, guess what? The fight is off. I'm not telling you it's a rumor. If I'm telling you, word is, or rumor has it, that the fight is off, I'm not sure. What the fuck are you asking me? Why am I spreading the rumor, you dumb, out of luck, fucking low budget, broke bastard? And why I'm fucking even addressing this shit with these idiots is because when you say something as a content creator, you bring the boxing fucking news. So I'm being honest with you guys to let you know I'm not sure what word is. So that's something for us to look for. Simple. Just like when I find out the truth, I follow up. But again, you motherfuckers are sitting back making excuses. Why? Because you probably was having a conversation with somebody saying Fury's ducking or whatever. And now you want to defend Fury or how whatever. Or maybe matter of fact, even because of something else I said in the video as far as them, who knows, they might be on this shit together as far as I know. That's my opinion, man. And I'm not telling you for a fact that, oh yeah, they plan. I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past them. Because the way this whole shit has been going, man, let's be real. Even the whole thing with AJ and Fury. What, okay, for the fact that we know they was trying to find a location. Okay, we found the location, finally. Now they gotta find a building. Okay, finally we find a building. Same thing with that. No press, no fucking nothing. We had nothing about this fight. But we know that the negotiations was rough. It was very messy. We didn't hear anything about negotiations being messy with this fight. We didn't hear any concerns, anything happening to stop this fight. Once we knew that Fury was overruled, that no, he's fighting AJ. He didn't have to on Wilder. Well, he didn't have to fight on Wilder. See, he could have gave him the step aside money, but he said no, fuck that. Nah, I ain't giving him nothing. I'll whoop his ass again, right? Now, all of a sudden, when it comes time for him to defend his title, he is no longer in the picture. Now, because you are a Fury fan, all right, and I say something about Wilder and you applaud, understand. Vice versa. If you're a Wilder fan and I say something about Wilder and you applaud, same thing. It don't matter if you're an AJ fan. I don't care who you are a fan of. I'm not a fan of anybody's. Yes, I like AJ as a fighter more than all of them, and I want to see him. Maybe, you know, hey, I would like to see him become undisputed. But if he doesn't, hey, so be it. But what I'm saying, when you compare the three, you cannot put AJ in that mix of ducking. Who the fuck did he duck? And to say he ducked Wilder to fight Jarrell Miller, no, bro. Wilder didn't want that fucking fight, and that's why he called that money the lowball offer, because he knows he can tell you guys anything, and you're dumb enough to believe it. So again, where is the duck? Where did he duck either one of them? It's a rhetorical question, okay? But where did he duck either one of them? And like I said, he's the one fighter at a time, became champion. Okay? Him, not Fury, not Wilder. When Fury got the belts from Klitschko, he got them all in one night. Fine, no problem. He beat the guy that was holding him. Never gave him a rematch. So can we say what the rematch outcome would have been? No. So you bragging about you beat Klitschko easy? Yeah, you did. It was a boring ass fucking fight. It wasn't much fighting going on at all. But at the same time, never gave him a rematch. Never. Okay. Also, Fury also said if they forced him to fight against Dillian Whyte, he have no problem relinquishing that WBC title. The belts don't make him who he is. You know, all that shit he said, I've been undisputed. I've been all these things. The belt doesn't make me. I don't need a belt to be the best. And all, remember that. So he basically don't really care so much about being, he don't care. That's not even on his radar really to be undisputed. He doesn't even talk about that shit like that. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, was talking about how the only belt that matters is the green belt. The WBC is the most prestigious belt, blah, blah, blah. And I ain't going to fight AJ for no amount of money. So it ain't going to happen. Don't wait for it. So tell me how in the fuck AJ ducked either one of them. And on top of that, he's the only one out of these motherfuckers talking about wanting to be undisputed and pushing to fight for undisputed. And look at his resume of who he fought. And look at the other two. Look at the other two. And yet they've been in the sport longer than him. But what have they done? What have they been doing? What, I mean, at least for Fury, we can say he was undisputed. Fury can say that. I don't really care about that lineal bullshit. I mean, really, but we can say that. But even still, with Wilder being WBC champion, yes, they both have held titles. But what was they doing all that time? And when AJ is one by one climbing up the ladder, okay, to become unified, to lead to undisputed, what were these guys doing? In fact, if you think about it, how the fuck did Wilder only have two mandatories his whole damn title reign? And a guy he already fought in Bernard Stavern And Dominic Brazil. Who in the fuck did Dominic Brazil fight to become mandatory? Yet y'all shot down AJ's last mandatory and shot him down for fighting him like he should just give the belts up because nobody don't care over here in America. No, that's your bullshit, stupid ass opinion. Nobody cares about your fucking opinion. Why in the fuck would this man work so hard to get these titles just to let him go because somebody want to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with who they want to fight? I mean, simple. Why would he do that? So even in fighting Usyk, everybody praised Usyk, but as soon as he became AJ's mandatory, I feel like he's going to be too small. I don't care how much weight he gains. He's not going to be strong enough. As a cruiserweight, he wasn't a big puncher. He was a volume puncher. Evander Holyfield came up. Everybody said, hey, man, Holyfield did it. Why can't Usyk? Nobody's saying he can't do it. He beat Derek Chisora. But you see with Usyk's style, he's going to have to be a mover because he's not powerful enough to stand there and bang with these bigger, stronger, naturally bigger, stronger guys. He's not going to be able to. He doesn't have that type of punch output, first of all, from close range. He does his shit from the outside, move, get his shots in, get out. He's not, when he can no longer do that especially, he's going to have big time problems with guys. I think, and it's not even about who so much to focus on who I think is a better fighter. The bottom line is, it doesn't matter if he was a natural heavyweight or not. I still think AJ beats him. But you cannot deny Usyk's skills. Okay? Why is it that AJ fight all these guys, Dylan White fight all these guys, you guys find ways to shoot them down, which doesn't matter because it doesn't make Wilder or Fury or whoever gain anything because you're being biased. But understand, why is it that this guy goes out and fight after fight after fight and win, and only has the one loss on his record? But it doesn't matter. You guys are always the ones that say, "Oh, that O don't mean nothing, right? Right? Being undefeated don't mean anything. It's how you come back." But when he does that, oh man, that motherfucker, excuse. Fury has never defended his title. Wilder has yet to get revenge. And at the end of the day, I can understand why anybody feel like this shit might be staged. It might not be, it may be. I don't know. I really don't care, and I'm really, like I said, I don't have any belief in either one of them. And now all of a sudden, if you notice, Malik Scott went from just answering questions to Radio Raheem to try to really be greasy now. He's trying to talk shit now. He's trying to up it up a little bit. So, you know what? For all the casuals, for all the biased people, they're always going to be there. This video is not going to change that. But for the people that have a thinking process in their head, understand, when you hear what I'm saying, you for those who've been there, you know. We are in a position where we are surrounded by stupid ass people. I will never have that if you can't beat them, join the mentality. I will always stand on my own too. Again, when people are making these fucking comments, oh, y'all going out on Wilder, well, what about Joshua? What about Joshua? Who did he duck? Who did he duck? Don't tell me what Blue Blood told you. Don't tell me nothing about what Fanon said. Don't tell me nothing about what you think. Show me a fucking video on audio of him saying he doesn't want to fight them. He's scared to fight them. And I remember him finally getting frustrated with Wilder to the point he said, I'm not worried about Wilder, whoever. I'm moving on. Because why? Obviously, behind closed doors when these guys negotiate and they talk, people hear a lot of shit. But at the same time, when you can't pinpoint what was going on, what was said, why'd you walk away from something lucrative like that? And the most you can say, there ain't nothing to be said. All you gotta do is look, you can see what's going on. No, that's not an answer, bro. That's not an answer. That's just words coming out of your mouth that makes no sense. If we knew, we wouldn't be asking. I've been watching all of this for a long time now. There's nothing that I'm in the dark about amongst these three guys in terms of what happened with their fighting and whatever, like who's supposed to fight who and what happened. There was not one point. Why do you think the respect why I like AJ as a fighter so much more? I'm aware of what's going on. And all this shit talking these guys do, but don't fight them. You don't hear AJ calling nobody's name out. If AJ is speaking about a fighter, it's because they're fighting. or he's asked a question, but you don't ever hear him just dogging people. And usually people come to AJ, did you hear what such and such said about you? But other than that, AJ don't come out and just start bringing these guys' names up and talking shit about nobody either. So my thing, what I'm saying, at what point did he duck anybody? This man became IBF champion on his 16th fight. 19th, he was unified. Yet you got a motherfucker 30-something fights, ain't never unified, ain't never had no intentions on unifying, claiming at the end of the day, you the fighter, you the boss. You get the last say so. Like I said, so why didn't he cut off, his damn promoter and cut him off and tell him, nah, I want Klitschko? No. And that's a fight that went away. About a month ago, I can't remember who it was. One of them lying ass motherfuckers. It was either Boxing Eagle or Blue Blood. One of them had a video labeled proof that Klitschko ducked Deontay Wilder. Get the fuck out of here, man. Who the fuck do you think you fooling other than your minions? When the fuck did Klitschko duck Wilder? I mean, one thing I can say about Klitschko, if his name comes up in a fight that we know, and Klitschko was a champion for a long time, there would have been some talks. No, you guys come up with these bullshit lies. And again, reverting back to the Chris Colbert situation, do you guys understand that Blue Blood didn't misunderstand anything? He just completely lied. Chris Colbert never said that shit. And when I played the audio, I played the actual video. Y'all heard the audio of it. What can you say to defend anything that he said other than just, yo, the dude lied, man? Chris never said that shit. And for somebody to tell me Wilder's busy training, he wasn't even aware of what happened. He don't know what's going on. How the fuck would you know what Wilder knows? So understand, somebody's trying to debunk facts with opinions. It's a useless conversation. So this video, like I said, I'm addressing all the idiots out there that's sitting there making lies up, talking about he ducked Anthony ducked Fury, and he ducked Wilder. He was supposed to fight for it. It was never a fucking time where they was negotiating the fight and AJ walked away. Stop fucking lying. Bottom line, fuck explanation in the description and all that. You was a fucking liar. And there was no time when he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder and backed out of the fight. Again, you guys keep alluding to that bullshit, fake ass 50 million bullshit, because even if they had the money from the source they was going to get it from, look at the way the negotiations went. You guys know damn well that's not how you negotiate. Now, if you motherfuckers will sit here and fall for something like that, it's because you're broke. You have to. I guess you tell yourself you have to. AJ don't have to do that. So, I've yet to see a video or audio of AJ backing out of a fucking commitment. And until you guys can find that, I don't want to hear nothing about what you think. I don't want to hear your fucking opinion. Because when your opinion is based off reason and logic, I can even respect that even if I see it different. But when you come up with lies and this fanboy shit, nah, it's never going to fly right. Because all you're doing is making up bullshit to try to fucking convince somebody to believe bullshit that's coming out your mouth when you know yourself you're fucking lying about it. Anyway, never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.